I was called the night of to respond, and that's when I got my first taste of being down at Ground Zero, which was the war zone.
I have a situation with Americans on a possible hijack. I'm on the 83rd floor. I'm gonna die, aren't I? I'm gonna die.
Your mission was to go in there and see if you could find, it was really bodies. Initially, it was bodies.
Terrence Opiola was a customs agent whose office was in World Trade Center Building 6. He was off that day, but was called in that evening to help with search and rescue. He ended up working for 700 hours between the site and a landfill where workers hauled much of the wreckage. What was it like showing up at your office? What do you remember that moment being like?
Well, you could smell it. You know, the smell, the burning was pretty intense. And then at the landfill, you would put on a Tyvek suit, you would put on boots, you had a hard hat, and then some sort of breathing device. I got sick. I got sick with that cough very early on, that World Trade Center cough. It was nonstop coughing, and the cough was producing just black stuff.
Opiola is one of thousands suffering from the poisons of Ground Zero. The towers collapsed through asbestos, glass fibers, and toxic dust into the air. Noxious smoke poured out of fires that burned for months. And those who dug through the debris faced even more exposure. He's now been diagnosed with skin cancer and leukemia, and has a host of other health problems. Did you even know at the time there was going to be health risks to you?
Everybody knew. The air was not good.
Christine Todd Whitman, the head of the EPA, declared just days after the attacks that New York's air was safe to breathe and its water was safe to drink.
I mean, the reaction of the guys was like, you gotta be out of your mind.
Do you feel like you were lied to?
There's no doubt we were lied to. Look what's happened. Of course they lied to us.
Whitman defended her actions for years, but in 2016 said she was sorry if any of them had contributed to people's health problems. First responders like Opiola had to beg Congress for a decade before the government set up a health monitoring program and a victim compensation fund. Almost 4,000 death claims have been filed since. That's more than the 3,000 people killed on the day of the attacks. And 112,000 people are enrolled in the program, a number that's still growing. How many of your colleagues have you lost at this point?
There have been five that I worked with that I knew personally. And I think we still are losing a couple guys a week that were, first responders.
It's taken years for the full toll to emerge. Opiola didn't begin to get really sick until 2014. Just a few years later, he was forced to retire. He's now seeing 9 different doctors through the 9/11 healthcare program.
I get sinus infections all the time, severe headaches, and I have to wear a CPAP machine and oxygen at night. This is for my rheumatoid arthritis, 2 medications for my heart. It all made sense because they're saying this is what we're seeing from guys. And I'm like, oh, I got that, I got that, I got that, I got that, I was like the poster child for a lot of these things. She's a big baby.
She's like a ragamuffin.
What's it like talking to your kids about it?
When I talk to them, they get angry because Daddy is sick from this. There's no cure right now for these things. So long-term prognosis is I'm going to keep on fighting. I'm trying to do the best I can, and whatever happens, happens.
How often do you think about 9/11, what happened?
Every day. Anytime I cough or I can't get out of bed or everything reminds me of it. Everything.